Hello everyone. Okay, so I had to do this video as I'm driving in my car here. So just wanted to talk a little bit about scheduling your fasting. Okay, how can you still fast and still have a relatively normal life? Now, you could do the one meal a day. Okay, eat at your time, do everything like that. And a lot of the times you're going to be missing meals with family, missing meals with friends. Or, okay, if you put a little bit of time and a little bit of effort into it, okay, if you know you got a day where you want to see one of your buddies at 12 and he's asking you to eat, and maybe you want to see your girlfriend at night and, she wants you to take you out for dinner, okay? Well, you don't have to ruin the day. You don't have to completely ruin it. So, you wake up in the morning, you don't have your breakfast. Go for lunch, okay? Go for lunch with your buddy, okay? Maybe do a workout, something like that, okay? Maybe not, who cares, okay? At night, you go for lunch. Now, if you know you had a big day of eating, okay? Skip a day, okay? Right now, what I'm doing. Yesterday, I had a whole bunch of food. I thought I was going to start my fast today. Today, my plans changed, okay? I didn't think I was going to see my girlfriend, but I did. I haven't seen her in a while. She's like, oh, I really want to go out to eat. I want you to eat with me, okay? Of course, I'm going to say yeah. But now today, okay? Today, so it's around 3:30 right now. So the rest of today, okay? Tomorrow and the next day, I'm not going to eat. So I'm going to do a 72-hour fast. Because I felt yesterday I overate. Even the day before, okay? I only had my one meal. It still felt like it was quite a bit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give my body a nice little break now, okay? Let me just relax, give my body a nice 3-day break, okay? And when you are fasting a lot, when you're used to fasting almost every day, when you get those 2 meals in 2 days in a row, or 3 meals in 3 days in a row, something like that, okay? You actually do feel a little overfed, a little bit overwhelmed, really, than anything. So the idea is, like, you need to make it work for your schedule. You need to make this routine work for you, okay? There's plenty of solid fasting eating routines and training routines and even normal eating routines, okay, where you're eating multiple meals a day, that are effective, and you'll see results, and you'll see if you just stick to the plan. But that's the problem, sticking to the plan. That's always going to be the issue. I guarantee if you go out onto the internet somewhere, there's some crazy workout plan that's like, workout 12 hours a day, eat 5,000 calories, and, like, sleep for the other 12 hours a day, something like that, okay? Sure, maybe that plan exists, and it has amazing results, but who's going to stick with it? Who's going to follow that plan, okay? It's going to be next to impossible to follow that plan. The one reason I did like the snake diet, okay? The reason I do like the snake diet is because you get to play around with it. You don't have to worry about what you're eating necessarily. You have to worry about when you are eating. And then when you want to really dial in the results, when you really want to dial in the performance, what I'm trying to do now, I'm really trying to see what I'm eating and what macros I'm eating as well. So for the first couple months of the diet, I was refeeding on, well, I don't want to say basically anything, but I would have, like, a nice chunk of steak, nice chunk of meat, a couple chunks of fruit and everything like that. And then if I wanted a pop, I'd have some pop. If I wanted some of this, I had some of this, okay? Yeah, I felt bad a little bit because I knew I wasn't sticking to things properly, but you're still getting results. The weight's still going down, the muscles are getting more defined, and you're just like, well, this is still good. So the second you want to fast track results, the second you want to really push things to the next level, maybe start doing a bit more strength training at the gym, maybe you want to get a bit stronger, maybe you want to put on some size, you want to get better at running. Now you start dialing in your performance, okay? When it comes to these fasting diets, like, the number one thing is the fasting, and that's where people always kind of mess up. They're worried about the food. They're worried about, like, oh, what kind of food do I eat? What kind of this? But, like, that's all going to be secondary to the fasting. If you're eating one meal a day, okay, and you're eating whole foods, it's going to be very difficult, okay? It's going to be very difficult in one meal a day for, like, an hour a day kind of thing to get those calories in. You're just not going to be able to put yourself in a surplus. Now, obviously, can you? Yeah, sure, you could just chug down like 50 raw eggs, and there you go, you're at a calorie surplus. But it's one of those things that you almost have to go out of your way for. You start snacking on chocolate and chips and shit like that, then yeah, sure, you're going to go over your calorie surplus. Even if you are eating one meal a day, you could easily go over your surplus. But the idea is that this diet makes it so difficult to gain the weight back, because you notice every pound, you notice with every meal. How are you supposed to regulate all your meals every single day? Now I'm in a little bit of traffic, gotta love this. So how are you supposed to regulate 5 meals a day? Okay, you can, people do it, okay, but it's so much more difficult. I have one buddy right now. He was, very, very hard on, like, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between, everything like that. Always prepping meals, always going down that route. And I finally got him on the snake diet there. So he's actually doing intermittent fasting right now. So he's eating for about 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. He's very lean, so he could play around with a bit. So still very lean. So he's eating for about 4 or 5 hours a day. The first thing he told me was, man, I have so much more time. And I'm like, of course you have so much more time. You wake up in the morning and go. Okay? You get to lunchtime at work, and you even have to stop. Okay? You can just sit down and take a break. But by the time you get to the end of your day there, you have so many extra hours. You have so much extra time to do all these things. So now he comes home at the end of his day. Okay? Maybe has like a little protein shake before, or a little like carb shake before. He goes to work out, and then he goes to work out. Okay? The other day, he didn't do any of that. He skipped everything and went right to the end. And that's how you could play around with the diet. Like yesterday, I was basically eating for like 9 hours of the day. Okay? I carb loaded a little bit. I thought that was going to be the end of my eating. And then I didn't know I was going to, like I said, I knew I was going to see my girlfriend earlier today. Today, and she wanted me to eat with her. And I'm like, well, of course I'll eat with you. So all I'm going to do, I ate that one meal. Okay, I waited all day still from yesterday. I ate that one fairly big meal. We had sushi. And now I'm not going to eat until today's Saturday. I'm not going to eat till Tuesday. I'm going to go all Saturday, rest of the day today, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday at around this time, I'm going to eat with my family. And this is how you're going to develop it. Like, I know tomorrow I don't have any major plans for eating. I know on Monday I don't have any major plans for eating, and I'm working, so the day is going to go by quicker. And then Tuesday is when I could eat again. So Tuesday, I'm most likely going to do like a light little gym thing, and then near the end of my 72 hours, very, very light. And then that's it. I might even do a dry fast for the last 24 hours. I might go like snake juice, dry, hard dry fast for 24 hours. Give that a try. If I see that I'm getting good results off of even doing like a block fasting diet like this, so maybe 4 days of the week I eat relatively normally speaking, okay, maybe 2 meals, something like that, because I'm working out a lot. Or I could fast every day. Okay, so you change it up. Like right now, I'm at the end of my strength program, so I'm going to. So I just wanted to take a little bit of a break off my body, give my body another break off of eating. So I just gave my body a super big, nice, easy to go kind of break, which is fine, which is awesome. Which is fine, which is awesome. So it's okay to kind of quote unquote cheat on the diet. You just get it back the next day. You're not trying to like fix the diet. In one day you could get it back. You overate. You went 2 days in a row, okay, that you just messed up. You're at a weekend getaway, or maybe you're on vacation even for a couple days, and you just kind of like fucked off on vacation there. That's fine. It's okay. Once you come back from vacation, okay? So now it's the Monday you come back, okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, fast a week if you can, okay? Fast a week if you can, especially if you're fatty, okay? You could fast and you just get that extra weight off. You let your body just use the fuel that you've been cramming into it. You're giving it a chance to breathe, kind of thing. So the main point that I'm going to try to make for this video is that you don't have to be like dogmatic with your fasting ways. Like if you're like, nope, can't eat, no, you don't want to be stressing yourselves out to the point that you that it's almost controlling your life. Although you were stressing yourselves out before with food, and food was controlling your life. So now you're kind of, it's like it's like you're almost doing it again. But with this way, you can still have a normal life. You could still, you know, go out for wings with your buddy, okay? And then, you know, maybe the next day you have your one meal, or maybe the next day you just don't eat at all. And it's still going to be in perspective, but it's just so much more difficult to do that when you're eating multiple meals a day and spiking your insulin all day and being anabolic towards fat gain and catabolic towards muscle gain all day. If you're doing that all day, every day, and then you want to get out of that, you have so many more things to deal with along the way. Like, you have so many more, variables to deal with along the way if you're going to try to fix yourself as you're inputting more stuff. It's borderline impossible to do that. So with this diet, okay, it has some leniency, okay? There actually is leniency to this diet, and because of all the extra time that you get with not eating, you can do whatever you want, okay? You could do whatever you need to do during the day, okay? You get all your work done, go eat your meal. Get all your training done, go eat your meal. Kind of thing like that. Eat your meal, get all your training done, whatever case you want to go down. So fasting is going to, I'm talking about food a lot, and every time I talk about food for too much, you got to remind, it's about fasting. It's 100% just about the fasting there. Like the food, unless you are just purposely trying to shovel food down your mouth, like almost like vindictively, it's going to be hard to gain weight. You have to actively try to gain the weight. You have to actively try to do that. So if you want to have a cheat meal, if you want to have a meal with your family, if you know you're going to a wedding, fast going into the wedding, fast coming out of the wedding, do 2 days into it, do 2 days out of it, something like that. Now you have one meal in 5 days, okay? That's no big deal. If you say it like that, if you go, I had one meal in 5 days, what are you eating that you're going to be eating at a surplus? Like, what are you eating? Like, what are you drinking? Just like straight cream? You're just like drinking melted butter? Besides doing that, you are not going to get over your calorie surplus eating one meal in 5 days. It's impossible. So come up with a fasting routine that's going to work for you. Okay? When I first started off, I loved 48s. I thought 72s were a bit tough for me. I thought 24s, I wasn't getting enough out of them. Okay? I absolutely loved 48s. Some people can do 72s, okay? Some fatties can do like 96s, and they're fine, and they're totally fine, okay? The longest fast I did was about 100 hours, and I was lean at the time. I was like 100, maybe 58 pounds going into the fast, quite lean. And yeah, I got down to like 146, which is actually a very, very low weight for me, very, very low weight for me. And once I got down to that weight, I was done. I was done the fast. That's it. So fasting is, again, going to be number one. Okay, fasting is always going to be number one when it comes to the snake diet, when it comes to a fasting focused lifestyle. Try to get in as long fast as you can. Keep your meat eating windows short. But don't, even if you gain, even if like, you mess up a little bit and you have a couple extra meals than you should have, and it's fine, you're up 5 pounds, just stop eating for 3 days. There you go. That's exactly what I'm doing now. I think I'm up like 5-6 pounds. I made some muscle gains. I made some whatever. But I don't like all the little bit of extra fat that's on my body. So I'm just not going to eat for 3 days. Get myself back. If something changes within those 3 days, okay, you don't be crazy about it. You change up the diet a little bit. You let it work for you. But get your fasting in. Get your 24s in. Get your 48s in. That's the only way. So to end off on one note, guys, you don't want to be stressed out. You still have to be somewhat enjoying the process, okay? And that's very difficult to say when you're eating one meal a day. Like, how are you enjoying it? Like, you're just waiting all day. Once you get a little bit more fat adapted, once you start finding better things to do than eating, then yeah, then it's going to be worth it. Then you're not going to want to eat because you have all these awesome things to do. So on that note, guys, have a great day. Get that fat in you.